once you think you're ready, there's like this season of testing. And I see like it's kind of like a short season, not just super long, it feels long, but it's like you're ready. You feel like you outgrown your space and you're ready for that next level. But you got to go through like that inertia, like a plane, that turbulence to get up there so you can maintain it and be strong enough to hold it down. And I see that everybody talk about that. Like everybody that's got success talk about that moment where I knew it was like I got it. Like I got the confidence. It ain't about confidence. It's about just the manifestation.
Right.
So that's just part of the game. That's part of the growth.
You got challenges that you're going to run across.
Because, and this is the other thing, the guys that do make it, when you talk about them hundreds of thousands of dollars, $1 million guys, those guys, oh yeah, oh boy, he been getting money for a while. How you think he getting money? Now you really in the game. That's why I tell guys not going to the play. Like you really been in this thing your whole life. You got 5 numbers. You done struck out 5 times. These are the times that they caught you. You've been doing this for years, for decades now. You think this dude's just that much smarter and more crafty than you. He understands who his employer is.
Yeah.
He's just in management.
Yeah.
That's all. He just took the step up to management. He managing you. He on the phone right now. Man, that's messed up how you feel, man. You hold your mama down and there. And you get out, I got something for you. Because when it get hot, he gonna trade you out.
So they probably was on meeting them for years. And then they just decided
it's time. You know what the feds do. The feds will bring up some stuff from 12 years ago. Like all them dudes that got them fake PPE loans.
Right.
They coming. They gonna see, oh, you got that $10,000, but you ain't filed taxes for no business. You LLC, but we don't still taxes.
Right.
They coming. It'll be 2028. You think it's sweet.
Yeah.
They coming.
You get a knock on the door.
They patient.
Man, I tell you, we could talk about that a lot. Let's roll into the next video.
Oh, Miss Sophia, so good to have you home.
Yes, Miss Sophia.
Oh, yes. So good.
Cause I don't know y'all no more.
Oh,
Do it. I can do it. I can put this thing in reverse and I can make it go the right way. Come on. Ow!
Can't get it out of reverse.
Come on, take off your clothes.
I can't stand it.
All right. Let me say this. I've never seen any Color Purple movies. I mean, how many is it?
It's only one.
Okay, I never watched that thing. I maybe saw a beginning. It's like it just seems so.
It's terrible.
It's just like I depressing too. Also, so I never understood them. But give me your take on it.
In my ignorance, when we were kids, me and my sister, this was like one of our favorite movies. I know like every line of the movie.
Right.
We thought it was funny. We never really had any understanding until we got older of what the movie was about. The incest and the rape and the molestation and the abuse. we never understood that part of it.
Okay.
We looked at it as entertainment. But that scene right there, that clip right there, that clip is personal. So you got to remember, Miss Sophia had went to prison. You didn't watch the movie. Oprah Winfrey, who's playing Miss Sophia, had went to prison. She had just gotten out of prison, and that was her first Christmas home. That was, she just got released. She got released basically like in the custody of Miss Millie, right? So that's the white lady that was in the car. So what I see there is when she comes home in the little Christmas scene with all the family there, they've been living their life. The little girl handled the present. She crying. The little girl say, "Why you crying?" So I don't know y'all no more. This is how it is when you go through transformation. The people who used to be in your life, you no longer know them because you're a new creature. You're a new person. So I don't know how to even respond or react with you anymore. This is why family becomes so hard, because they need you to be the old person you were so they can be comfortable. You being the new person you are is very uncomfortable for everybody in the room because now they don't know who to be in relationship to you, if that makes sense. The part with Miss Millie in the car is because she wasn't fully free, that Miss Millie represents parole sanctions. Miss Millie represents parole sanctions. So even though you've done your time, they let you back into society on a trial run. You half in, half out because you're still on parole. Miss Millie represents parole. So her responsibility, remember, she couldn't even chill. She was about to take her coat off and start trying to reacclimate, but you still had that responsibility due to the decisions you made in the past, how Miss Sophia led her life in the past. I look at that like my personal life. First got out, like I said, I knocked the job at Macy's, working in the polo section. Couldn't work the job because of my past. Lady wanted to take me to Africa for like 3 weeks, fully paid. Couldn't go because of my past decisions. So because of the decisions you make, they will have roadblocks in your future. But that's a good thing. This is why. Because reaping and sowing is a law that got to be obeyed. So the same way my bad past decisions creep up and slap me in the face once in a while, that means all the good that I'm sowing to, that reaping gonna pop up too. You understand what I'm saying? So because the principles work, it don't matter how they come, it's showing that the principles work. It's wonderful that the principles work.
Right.
The bad decisions creep up sometime, and then guess what? The good got to creep up sometime, unexpectedly, without me knowing.
Right.
You be shocked. The blessings, just the stuff that happens. Won't he do it? Ain't won't he do it? It's because of what I done done. Life with a man to answer what you done done.
Right.
So that's what I see in that dialogue. But you ain't seen the movie, but she just came home from the joint.
Okay.
The other part I like is this. Later on in the movie, Miss Sophia, once she get from underneath Miss Millie, she started hustling. She started selling pants. Miss Sophia, one size fits all. That's what I call my love coming home uniform. She started hustling pants. She started a business. She had become an entrepreneur after she got the joint. It's a heck of a thing. I see stuff differently.
Well, you know, a couple of things, man. When you were talking about, you know, when you coming out and things have changed with you, and the people don't understand that, you know, and I love how you give that clarity too of the challenges you have to go through now by coming out, because, you know, in this world of hip hop and you got all these podcasts where people glorify, you know, the guys who've been in, and when they come out, they got guys like NBA players giving guys 50 grand when they come out. But somebody who go to college and get a degree and come home, they get nothing. And they glorify that, man. You know, it's like, wait a minute, why don't you tell us the real about that and don't glorify it like that. I'm not, you know, hating because the guy got money, but I'm like, why do you not do it with, you know, people who we think or that we feel like are, even though I don't, you know, the system, college and everything, it's, you know, but still that's doing something right compared to doing something wrong. What do you think about that?
It's a perception, and this thing about a stereotype. So amongst our people, I'm just gonna go with our people right now. I'm gonna talk about our people. I usually don't do that. I usually don't single our people.
Right.
Amongst our people, the criminal justice system has been so biased, so abusive, that we only see it in that light. So no matter who was touched by that system, we see them as a victim, regardless of what the true narrative was. Like me, the system didn't abuse me. I wasn't a victim of the system. I was a person who was judged by the system righteously and came on the other side, you know, with, I guess, like, what would we call it? The poster child for reform. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. You go in because you're supposed to go in, and when you come out, you're supposed to be ready to come out and bear fruit. Like, this is how it's supposed to work. That don't happen with everybody. So I get it.
And guess what? Not all on that. That's how it's supposed to work. And you should be getting more edification than somebody who's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way that you're doing and things you put in place, I guess eventually it's going to come. But it should be more cameras following you now for what you're doing and, you know, being that person. But
what's reaping and sowing? It come in time. So, and this is something I took from 50 Cent. He was saying how, like, in like the late 90s, he was ready, but he didn't really get on to the early 2000s. Like, that's when people knew. And I compared that to, it made me think about other people's books, autobiographies that I've read, and just how life works. I knew I was ready to come home in 2018. I didn't get released till 2021. Once you think you're ready, there's like this season of testing. And I see, like, it's kind of like a short season, not just super long, it feels long, but it's like, you know, you're ready. You feel like you outgrown your space and you're ready for that next level. But you got to go through like that inertia, like a plane, that turbulence to get up there so you can maintain it and be strong enough to hold it down. And I see that everybody talk about that. Like, everybody that's got success talk about that moment where I knew it was, like, I got it. Like, I got the confidence. It ain't about confidence. It's about just the manifestation. So that's just part of the game. That's part of the growth. And I'll say this, you know, a lot of guys too, everything's about identity. Everything that we do is based off identity. What we want people to think about us. You know, we all got a mask on. What people want, you know, 2 in the morning, how you are with your wife, you know, when y'all just in the bed or whatever, with your hair down, that ain't the person you want to portray to the world. Staying in their business. You understand what I'm saying? So the person that we portray is the person that we want to see. So you talking about young kids that have gotten a lottery ticket by being blessed by the genetic lottery. So when you talk about NBA players, you talk about the average age 20 years old. So these are people who want to glorify these street legends, right? So by giving them this money, now the street legend does what? Gives them credibility. So they really like checking in almost. They paying this fee to be down. Because dude don't even know you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when dude was doing what he was doing, you wasn't even born. But you know, now that you come and you give him the season tickets on the floor, whatever, you come give him that. Now you cool like you was doing something. You like identity. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing to it, but that it's like, there's a kid that just happened to have a whole bunch of money, and them dudes ain't gonna turn that money down. They got it. So they don't even know you, man. You ain't cut from their cloth. You don't even know them dudes. It's fake.
It's like attention and fame is the new currency. You know, people want that. They gotta have it. They want that more than money, almost. You know.
That's true. People would rather be famous than have money. That is true. That is true.
Money, so.
Because all that stuff people would be so-called, and that's the thing about fame. Like, what people think is fame, like, that's not even fame, because you're not leaving no legacy. Because the question is, in 50 years, once you die, once your body in the ground, in 50 years, will there be anybody that mentions your name, your company, what you did, and will it be bearing fruit? Like, will they be like, man, this dude brought this to the light, or he started this system, he started this company, he started this foundation, he used to do this thing instead. Like, when I listen.
Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.